Hi everybody, I'm Lee Goodman with Goodman Image. We're very excited today because we have a correspondent at the White House, Sarah Castile, which should be joining us in a minute, and which pretty much Donald Trump um, talked about it, but she's joining us right now at the White House. She's going to talk about the Medal of Honor ceremony and everything about it. So, Sarah, how are you doing there?
Hi, Lee. Everything is great. As you can see, it is a gorgeous day outside. I have been located in the press room for a lot of the day, hearing a lot of interesting conversation about various issues going on. I also was privy to a short briefing about the issues with North Korea going on. It was private, but hopefully soon I'll be able to share some of the details with that.
And so actually, you can, according to it, because it's out on the news, but we'll come back to that. But first, so the Medal of Honor, you were in the room, you saw lots of people, you saw the president. What was the emotion like in the room and everything, seeing the Medal of Honor? I've never seen it in person, but you have. So tell us more about that.
Well, the room was completely full. There seemed to be a lot of family members and friends. There were also a lot of other people from the military who had been with him or know him from his time in the military. It was very emotional. There were a lot of people clapping and a lot of people with very intent faces. Actually, I thought it was really interesting. I wish I had taken more shots of the people in the audience. They were very, very emotional. I saw some people crying. It was really beautiful.
Nice. So being at the White House, now that's such an incredible place. I think a lot of people always dream of making it there to see it, but they don't get to see it. But even if you have the opportunity to see it from the outside of the gates, you never really see what's on the inside. And since Goodman Image got credentials to go on the inside, what is it like going right up close and having the ability to see history at itself?
Well, I think my favorite part is that I've kind of had free reign on the ground, so I've been able to walk around and see a lot of things more close up. I think the coolest part about it is that I've been able to really get to know a lot of the different people from the various networks. As you can see behind me, over there in the tents, each network kind of has their own tent that
Except
is
ours.
live
Sorry, guys.
streaming on
We don't have one yet. We're working on getting one. It might just take us a
one
little
day.
while. Then we
One
have our
day.
own tent just in case it rains. We'll continue about the tents and the grounds.
One day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, I've gotten to hear a lot of the hawk between various journalists, especially in the press room, which has been really cool. I've gotten to hear a lot of different opinions. I've gotten to see how they interact with each other. I've made some connections. It's been a really cool experience.
Well, that's great. And so getting around, is it really simple? Because I think at the beginning, when we were talking, getting from one place to another, it can get really confusing, I bet, at such a big, important place. And Secret Service, I don't think, chased you around, did they?
Well, a little bit. There are a lot of different gates to get in, and I accidentally walked across the wrong place, so I did get yelled at
Yeah.
once. But it wasn't too complicated. They guided me along the way. I had to walk across the grounds to the other side to get to the media entrance. They gave me a pass which scans in, and so I was able to go in and out as I pleased throughout the day. It's a day pass. So once I came in here, I've kind of just followed people and found my way around.
Nice. So it's so good hearing about everything, hearing from the press room and all that. Now, I do, by looking at the email, pretty much it was no cameras allowed, nothing until it embargoed after the meeting from the North Korean update. So there was no pretty much video cameras, and it was, can you just tell us about the meeting? I can tell you that you're allowed to talk about it.
Okay, so a senior official from the White House came to speak to us about the whole situation with North Korea and the summit that was supposed to be happening in Singapore that is now supposedly canceled because America, or President Trump, decided today that it wasn't practically going to happen if North Korea was going to keep doing the things that they were doing. Now, the question is if the summit is really going to be canceled or if it's going to be changed to a later date. That is really up to question depending on North Korea's further actions. The senior official said that the president attempted to give North Korea as many opportunities as possible to change their ways and to come to the table, basically. And this was kind of the last straw. North Korea has been threatening a lot of people with their nuclear weapons program, and there are threats, direct threats to people over the years, and America just isn't going to stand for it anymore. So Trump wrote a letter today, and he basically said to Kim Jong-un that we are not going to keep communicating with them about this issue. We're not going to come to Singapore if they're going to be like this. So essentially, you know, until they come around, we're just looking at a standstill.
And I want to make it clear to everybody, we are neutral. We don't take sides. What she just said was exactly coming from the White House. So that's, we just want to make clear that we don't take sides. We're neutral. And also, it looks, so if you're just coming, Sarah Castile is our White House correspondent. She's at the White House. Now, can you turn the camera around and show us a little around as much as you feel comfortable, like the grounds or where you are?
Absolutely. So over there is the West Wing. This is the executive office.
Keep it the other way. We can't see it. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. You can see over there the various tents for all the press stations. And then if we look this way, this is where I was just now. The East Room is on the other side of this section of the building, and as well as President Trump's family dining room. If we come in here, I'm not going to talk once I come inside, but this is the press room. So as you can see, there's a lot of equipment going on in there. The official White House equipment is in the back, which records all the press statements that are made. And then there's a map for the different networks in terms of where they sit on these various chairs. They kind of have it all set out. I was in that briefing with a senior official from the White House, and he knew everybody's names, of the people who are sitting in the chairs, at least, which made it
Then
a lot
yours,
easier
yours. We're
to.
working on it again. We got to get a place to have our tent set up, and then that. So we're working on that. But it looks really amazing and very exciting because you're at the White House representing Goodman Image, getting all the information from what's going on in North Korea, covering the Medal of Honor. We have she's been taking some photos and videos. We have some live videos on Facebook. You can check them out on Instagram and Twitter, which more will be up later, which is going to be fantastic. And we're linking to many more great events. Remember, like our Facebook page and all that. Sarah, thank you so much for all your hard work, and have a terrific weekend and all that. And everybody, thank you for watching, and we're looking forward to it. And you're watching Goodman Image. Thank you.